everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Titans going up against the Texans. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down, Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
Now Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down. They just get the play off. Now Mariota looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the interception, here's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
Now Osweiler on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second down, Osweiler. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. On third and goal, Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up, accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Osweiler on first down. And he's got Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
A first down carry now for Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Shift together here from the D-line. A first down throw for Mariota. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10. It's Osweiler again. Gets it to Strong. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Time to step aside. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Five yards to gain here on third down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. He's got the completion to Strong. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
How to be 6'7", be able to see over coverages into open windows. Brock Osweiler just did that with the slam route.
With that height, was also a great basketball player. Gonzaga, as you know, actually offered him a scholarship in high school for hoops.
Hard to believe he didn't take that, decided he wanted to play football, and ultimately chose Arizona State because of the direct flights from his hometown of Montana into Phoenix, Arizona.
Is that true?
That's a true story. Allowed his parents to come see him play a lot easier.
It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, Osweiler. It's complete to Fuller. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Throwing again, Osweiler. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Osweiler will throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Mariota, and Green with a catch left side. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Mariota looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. After the interception, here's Osweiler. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. This will be caught at about the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller as time expires in the first half. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he rifles one incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. From the gun, Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw Mariota. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And Cameron has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll throw again. Mariota caught on the right side by Jones. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Play fake. Mariota. And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Osweiler on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kevin Dodd in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. Leopard. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Here we go now. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Come on.
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
taken in at the 22. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. All right, here we go. Blue, landing. No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Caught here by Griffin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Strong grabs it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
No. Check. Patriot.
2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Go!
3rd and 2. Now Osweiler. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And his first carry, he loses the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Let's go! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! No, check! Patriot!
Back to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Gonna try it here, and he's back to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I still like the idea of letting your tailback get you home. But here...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long.